You got to find out, what you want to do, find a girlfriend or find a boyfriend, whatever. He says, whatever, whatever. So realizing that he had been insensitive to all the possibilities.
No, no, I'm not
And
picking up on
and
at
then
all.
he says, I'm going to, whatever it is, work out, get muscular, right? Get into the fights,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
or
I tried
whatever,
that.
paint pictures. I don't care what it is, but workout philosophy or something. But you'll go crazy here. You'll go nuts. I mean, it's nothing but filling
Tell
out
me about it.
forms and filling out forms so that the next forms have to get filled. You'll just go nuts. So that's all I got to tell you. It's not my job to tell you that. If anyone asks, I didn't tell you that.
No,
But
no, I kind of realized that, but um, yeah.
well,
Thanks, man,
yeah,
and
he
goodbye.
he kind of he's looking at his captain's hat, which he had taken off, right?
Mm,
And he's looking at his captain's hat, and he goes, and he puts it on, and he stands up straight, and he says, "Anytime," in a kind
yeah,
of a captainy way, and then
and
leaves.
that
Right,
thumbs up, and I
right.
leave. And I think that my last thoughts on this is like, who's really important here? He's not important. Where we're going is not important. I mean, it's the people that are closest to me that has actually showed some kind of authentic engagement in me as a person that I want to. Those are the people that I want to kind of save or be loyal to. I'm not interested in on career. I'm not interested in any of that. So I'm not disappointed by this call. It's kind of put me on the right track
Okay.
here.
So you're thinking about this.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
So
I'm going down again.
right,
I'm
and
not
right.
probably not coming up again.
Mhm. So
So
excellent. Let's
and
move to ready for someone else, I guess. Right.
I was wondering how did the red jackets, or what we say, the police, take Gregory and the gang, or what happened to them?
Well,
They are
the
sick.
last thing known of Gregory and some of these other people, I believe that Nia managed to get them recycled.
Huh.
As I recall, wasn't that true?
Yeah,
I think they
they're
were
no
at
longer
least
with
very
us.
sick.
No, no. There are two things. First, Nia poisoned them,
That I remembered.
and but she failed to kill them. The cards did not favor her murder. And then didn't later in the episode, isn't that when uh, you managed to, Sandra, remind me, didn't you get the blame? Didn't you manage to get them uh, dealt
I
with
think
in
it
some
did.
way? I mean, in a more permanent way?
We, I can't recall actually anything being said about that specifically, but I was freed, and they knew everything about what Gregory and his
Right,
people had
right,
done. So
exactly.
I would
Right.
assume that they went to the
Well,
waste.
we don't really know, or I'm going to say that that's a fair kind of assumption, but oh, that's right. Remember the people who are going to recycle you were able to flip it around.
Mm.
That's right.
Okay.
Right.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
we don't really know what has happened. So
No,
do you
they're
care?
just not there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
Because I think Mark had. I was thinking of Mark trying to have a meeting with Gregory because of what he done to his father, and was going to lie to him.
Well,
But
what I want you to do is tell me where you are. Remember, you have a lot of power in this game. Right. You can say where, when we, the camera closes, and then when it opens again, we're looking at Mark, and where is Mark and who is with him. Go ahead and tell me.
I was thinking Mark had sent a message to Gregory and scheduled a meeting with him in a safe space, which Mark knows it's safe for him and probably safe for Gregory, where he would a little bit confront Gregory for what he had done, but also instead of being trying to assault him or something, he was going to lie to
wait.
Gregory.
Don't say what's going to happen when you interrupt.
Okay.
Right now, we're just
He
getting a
was
visual
scheduled a
image.
meeting with
Right.
Gregory.
Right. I just want to start getting a visual image of what we are looking at. So in that case, what I need to tell you is that Gregory does not have freedom of action at this time, and in fact is terrified and waiting in a bare little room for him to get injected with something and then taken apart into useful different sections and then returned to the fueling system of the ship. And so you will be able to find this out and be able to go talk with him. And we won't even bother to ask how you got there or how did you figure it out or anything like that. We figure Mark is smart enough to do all of that. So right now you're in this bare room with a little door, and Gregory is miserable. He is sitting on this bench and looking very scared. And when you come in, he kind of, says, "What do you want? Can you help me?"
I was. It depends. If you can help me. Why did you torture my father? Why did you kill Nia? Why do you all do all these things?
He said it. I tried to tell you, and I still believe that we are out here for a higher purpose. There's meaning to life, Mark. And I don't want to preach to you. You'll just get annoyed and I'll get recycled. And I just want to tell you whatever you want to hear so I can live. But my faith is real. My faith is real that there's more to just being out here and doing our jobs. And with this alien DNA or whatever it was, and the different insights that other people have brought to the Midnight Truth, it all seemed to come together. I still believe that it came together in a meaningful way. And we had to get the attention somehow. I tried not to let your father die. Laura she wasn't like me. She was a fanatic. She was ready to kill anybody. She's the one who we subdued your father with drugs, but we tried to get Nia to take care of him. Nia turned on us. And there's Laura. I mean, you don't know. I mean, he doesn't know that you got punched in the face and knocked on your ass by Laura. So he's trying to explain that she's deadly. I mean, she could have shot any of us. I had no choice. And that's why. I mean, I was trying to, when you found us in the hallway, we were fighting over him. She was going to threaten his life, and I just wanted to keep him to me, he was valuable alive. So I mean, and he's really, I mean, he's pleading with you. He's saying, you have to believe me. I have faith in our goal, but I was not going to sacrifice lives to it.
Why? Do you know who broke the the scoop? Did you broke the scoop, or did somebody else broke the scoop?
The scoop is broken?
Mm.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Well, Gerard was telling us about that, right? Gerard's diagram was all about that part. Did that really happen, or wasn't Gerard kind of, off? So he didn't really even know if that was true.
How did you start in this cult?
Well, cult's a terrible word. I mean, he takes a little bit offense.
How did you start?
A lot of us get together, a lot of people get together to talk about why we're really out here. And some people think it's a company conspiracy. Some people are really crazy. Let me tell you, some people are really crazy. They think we're all going to get fed to aliens or something like that, which is nonsense. And other people, I mean, people have all kinds of ideas, but I found other people who had a hopeful point of view. I found other people who said that I mean, look at this amazing technology. 100 years ago, the number of people who'd stepped off planet was less than 10. Actually put foot on the moon. That's less than 100 years ago, Mark. Is it a coincidence? Is it possible for technology to have advanced so far that we can now have circuit ships through the solar system? How could that happen unless there was a point to this, a purpose?
I think Mark is seeing that Gregory is basically, what shall we say, useless.
It's probably useless, but it is trying to find purpose as everyone else is.
Yes, and Mark is not interested by purpose. He's interested by why things happen. And he doesn't care about anybody else's religion.
God, somebody give Max a fan mail for that. That's like the
I will, because that was so true.
I know, the autism spectrum and philosophical existentialism just had a baby right in front of us.
That was great. Not interested, no. Why?
I'm only interested in why. No, not. I'm totally new.
I love that. There's still one fan mail left in the audience pool that
Right.
somebody could give to him. Sorry.
I will give that Max.
Oh, right. Max is now loaded with 3 fan mail.
Oh,
Yes.
So what I would like to do, of course, is to have it's Gregory's going to plead with you again. Can you please save me? Can you tell these guys that I didn't try to kill anybody? Can you tell these guys that, I mean, you can ask your father's, he's still alive, right? I mean, they can ask him.
He's barely alive.
Well, he can. He's thinking, he's kind of hoping that Ethan will remember, that your father will remember, what happened, but he's not sure. So he's saying, really, if you would just talk to them. I mean, I know that direct action isn't the way. I mean, I know that we can keep this. I promise. I mean, I won't do anything like this again.
Morgan is like, I mean, if you really didn't have a choice, then you could have just go. You could have just have gone and tell them what they were doing, but you didn't do that. And still afterwards, you were doing things and trying to keep things together. So you have not given me anything reasonable.